Hey everybody, Farmerbacker here. It's been a few minutes since I put a video out, about 3 months. We had a couple tragedies on the farm, and I guess I didn't take it very well, and I had to step away for a little bit, but I'm back. Let me show you some of the things that have happened around here and talk about our losses. So if you notice here, there used to be a pen here. This is where Chunk and Nosy were, and Chunk and Nosy went into labor a day apart from each other. They both had complications in delivery, and they both passed. So that can't even tell you how disgusted I was about the whole situation, and I just had to step away for a little bit because I was really attached to them too. They were really good girls and very friendly and everything, and it was really hard for me. But anyhow, here's Thor missing his girl. Let me show you his girl and why he's over here by himself. Well, here's Big Mama and Big Mama's babies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like we're missing one. 9, there we go. There's 9 of them. This is a new pen that we built just for her. That's the second pen right there that we're building. That's going to be for spots. But these babies they're weaning size now. Probably in the next few days we'll wean them off. I got to build another pen for them because we're keeping three of the gilts back to breed with Walter. So they'll be ready in about 9 months to breed. But this is her permanent pen. So this is part of the hog facility that we've been wanting to build. So we've got a lot more clearing to do, but working 60+ hours a week doesn't help either. No, we weren't able to save any of the babies out of Chunk, but we were able to save 3 out of Nosy. So Nosy had 3, and then she became impacted, and we weren't able to get the rest of her piglets out, and that happened. So these 3 girls are being raised for meat only. We're not going to breed them. I'm not going to sell them. They're just strictly for eating. And so they all have food names because we don't want to get attached. That's Pork Chop. See, he's pretty close to the same size as Walter is now. Well, actually, you're supposed to butcher him yesterday, but we're busy doing stuff and couldn't. So Spaltz and Walter have been together for a couple of months now. It was his doing. He thought it would be a good idea to tear half the pen apart and have fun with her. So it was an unexpected breeding. Hopefully she's not too small and doesn't cause complications. But now with the chickens, in the makeshift chicken thing, we actually tore down the other chicken pen and moved all of them into here. We've had the red ones for sale for a couple of months now. Haven't sold a single one. So we just made nest boxes out of whatever we had. Chickens don't care. Whatever they want to find to lay in, they'll use.
I'm going to take that broody hen out.
And, these are pots, boards, and hay. It's good enough for them. And broody hen. So we got about 125 chickens. Another broody hen. But everything else is doing good. Nothing to show on the rabbit because we haven't been breeding them. And so between the death of our 2 main sows and I've been working like 60 to 70 hours a week. I just really haven't had time. But, you know, it's whatever. Make time, I guess. Oh, I did get something. Y'all check this out. I got another bike. I still got my Softail, so don't worry, it's still here. But I picked this one up. This is a 2004 Harley Davidson Ultra Classic. Fully loaded. It's got all the bells and whistles. Reinhardt came with Reinhardt pipes. Reinhardt exhaust. It's teal and silver, which I really love the color. It's got an 88 twin cam, 5-speed transmission, which some guys knock the 5 speeds or whatever. I'll tell you what, this thing will sail down the highway at 90 miles an hour all day long on cruise control. And it's big, it's heavy, it's stable. So that was one of the reasons why I decided to buy it, is because this bike, which was a completely different seating position, but it weighs about 200 pounds less than that one, because that one weighs about 9, this one weighs about 7. And the front end on this one is really light. So when you're going about 90 mile an hour, 85 mile an hour, it starts to get a little wonky on it. This one doesn't do that. This one doesn't get light until, you know, you're going around 105, 110 mile an hour, which, you know, when I was in Mexico, I found that out, because I would never do that here in the U.S., because, you know, it's against the law. But, no, it runs. It runs really good. Like a rape tape, they say. Of course, I'm not nice on the bikes anyways. I run them hard. That's the only way to ride, in my opinion. But did a few things on it when we first got it.
Your things on that.
I put these truck mall headlights in. Makes a huge difference in the standard light. Got some Kurokin grips for it, and it had the 5-foot long old man geezer antennas. And I ordered these little 7-inchers off Amazon for like $8, and they work perfect. So it's a really good bike. It hauls ass, I'll tell you that. So, but I switch them out sometimes. I usually ride this one every day now, just because it's a bigger bike and it's more for my size. I'm 6'3", about 230 pounds, and that one's a little bit on the smaller side for me. So it starts great. I bought a new battery for it too, but oh yeah. I don't care. But the Reinhardts make a good amount of noise, you know, when you're hitting it, but when you're cruising and stuff, they're pretty quiet, which is kind of what I like, I guess, because when I ride it to work in the morning, I'm not waking everybody up. And it got neighbor haters on it. The other one's got neighbor haters on it. Those Vance & Hines pipes are loud at 3 o'clock in the morning. But the 88s, you know, with the exception of the chain tensioner, which this one doesn't have any problems. It only had 16,000 miles when I bought it. 2004. Ultra Classic with 16,000 miles, and I paid cash at a really good price. I tell you what, man, that was one hell of a deal. Just a handful of things here and there, kind of upgraded on it, and it runs fantastic. I'll get a better shot out of it. Yeah, it's a nice scoot. So that's what's happening around here, you know. Lost some animals, picked up a bike. And later today, meeting with my brother, and we're gonna go pick up a few more animals. I'm supposed to be grabbing 7 sheep. So,
or was it 8?
That's 7. And so we'll bring those in. The sheep were a plan of our farm anyways. You know, we wanted to have a dozen or so ewes lambing out. And these are a hair sheep. Down here in Florida, we can't really grow wool sheep because it rains so much. And so these are a hair sheep, so they shed their hair. It keeps the insects down from them. They don't, you know, their hair stays short, which is important down here because of the amount of rain that we get and the insects. And it really doesn't freeze. It doesn't freeze down here. Like in the winter time, it'll get kind of sort of chilly. You know, it might get just a touch of frost, like in February. Some of the more tropical plants will lose some leaves, but then they just come right back. And so having a wool sheep down here, because of the thickness of their hair and the insects, is really not, doesn't work very well. They get ate up and they end up dying. Because sheep are pretty much born to die. I mean, you lay a sheep on its back and look at you while you eat it. I mean, it sounds bad, but that's just pretty much how they are. That's why they're so easy to shear. But now we'll pick them up later today, and hopefully, anyways, the plan is to pick them up later today, and you know, bring them to the farm. So that'll probably be on the next video, because I gotta run into town and probably show you a bunch of other stuff. But anyhow, thanks for watching, y'all. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, y'all.